organization can secure it end to end.
Real-world AI needs real-time defense.
If you can't see what your AI
Winkles
is
0-2.
doing, you can't trust
Did he
it to run
chase?
the
Yes,
business.
strike three in
At
the
Palo
dirt.
Alto Networks, unified defense
Second
turns
strikeout of the
AI's
inning for the righty, Max
complexity
Carlson.
into enterprise
And there's the
confidence.
second out.
Reliable
Back
AI
to the top
is what
of the
makes
order in
enterprise
Victor
scale
Arias.
possible.
The future belongs to organizations that build trust into AI.
Arjun Namala with his first AA home run in Game 1. In his draft summer. It was only one go for him before 2024. He spent it between Salem and Greenville. Combined for 33 outings, all out of the pen. Ball and a strike. Arias skies it left side and headed for the seats, 1-2. 5 relief outings with Greenville to finish up 24 before spending all of 2025 with the high A drive. Went 3-1 in 11 games and started 2 of them. The right-hander Carlson before this year, all up in Portland. 3 wins, 1 loss, but a 5.21 ERA. 1-2 to Arias. And that's low and out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good count work by Arias despite bases clear and 2 gone, as he looks to add to the totals. Carlson's 2-2. Off the plate and high. 3 balls and 2 strikes and another full count for the righty. It was a 3-1 double to Hedbert Perez to lead off the bottom of the second. Cunningham sat 3-2 before he belted it down the right field line, and now Arias with a full count. Carlson a big breath, the payoff. Swing and a miss, got him on strikes for strike 3. 3 runs on 3 extra base hits, but Max Carlson K's the side, and we go to the third. New Hampshire with 3 runs in, and Carter Cunningham's third Fisher Cats homer gives New Hampshire the lead early in Game 2. Top of the third next, and Adam Glover on the call when we come back on our WKXL Game of the Week.
Caring for your teeth, gums, and eyes is a must when it comes to your overall health, but it doesn't have to drain your budget. Delta Dental provides affordable...
The 2-1, hit into right field. It will be past the stretch of R.J. Austin, and that's going to the wall. Willits can fly. He turns second. Eli Willits being waved around third by Mitchell Bowe. Here's the relay. Eli Willits is safe as the throw gets away. What a way to start it. An inside the park home run for Eli Willits. 1-0 Blue Rocks.
The 2-0. Ground ball hit to third, fielded by Toro. Steps on third for 1, throws to second for 2. Newman's relay to first. It's in time! A triple play ends the top of the 4th.
I thought they knocked it out the park, no pun intended. Great fit, too. That's always a big thing.
You can never overstate what Hank means. I mean, him and Willie. I mean, to me, they're royalty.
This is definitely something way bigger than me, so to just be able to be included in this, absolute honor, man.
I just love the name of what I'm representing. Obviously, what's on my back, you know, we celebrate Juneteenth. We celebrate the life of Willie Mays. So I'm just grateful out here, man.
Dental Stadium, and we welcome you inside the broadcast booth as well. He's Chris Jarrett. I'm Adam Glover. And the first pitch at the top of the third is downstairs for a ball. It's Austin Cates, the right-hander on the mound for the Cats, Portland, and New Hampshire. The 1-0. And another one that's low to Abram Liendo, the leadoff hitter for Portland, starting third baseman. It's 8-9-1 in the Sea Dogs order. Hitters count. Cates has to be careful early. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Oh, Liendo chasing a pitch above the zone, up near the letters. High fastball. It's 2-1. Cates kicks and deals. Back to the fastball, a little inside, 3 balls and a strike. So far, so good for Austin Cates tonight. It's 2 scoreless innings. The Cats lead 3-0. Top 3 of a 7-inning game, 3-1. Down and away for ball 4. It's the first walk issued by Austin Cates, only the second base runner he's allowed. And it'll bring up the number 9 hitter, the second baseman, Caden Rose. Only other base runner was a base hit to lead off the top of the second from Johan Fran Garcia. So runner at first, nobody out. Cats up by 3. Big hole on the right side of the infield with the second baseman, Cutter Coffey, shaded towards the second base bag. Here's the first pitch to Rose. Fastball missing up and away. It's a ball and no strikes. Well, this is the point in the contest in Reading where Austin Cates just began to struggle quite a bit. He got through the first 2 innings, for the most part, unscathed, 1-0. Breaking ball bends in for a strike. However, the right-hander did allow 1 run in those first couple of frames, but an old Fisher cat, Riley Terada, clubbed a 3-run homer off of Cates in the 3rd, made it 4-0. The 1-1, runner goes, pitch misses upstairs, throw down to second by Winkle, the tag not in time. Stolen base for Abram Liendo, and the first potential run of the game for Portland in scoring position with nobody out in the top of the 3rd inning. It's the 3rd time Liendo has swiped a base against the Cats this year. 2-1 on Caden Rose. Here's the pitch. Downstairs, 3 balls and a strike. It's a second consecutive batter that Cates falls behind 3-1. First base is open, top of the order on deck. Cates checks second. Now again, kicks and fires. At the knees, but missing. It's ball 4, and it was out of the zone. It is back-to-back walks from Austin Cates, and now Patrick Winkle, his battery mate, will take a stroll out to the mound to talk things over with the right-hander in some trouble in the 3rd. Liendo and Rose both taking a walk. And now you got Miguel Blaze, the starting center fielder. After Austin Cates worked through the 3rd inning, he got a little bit of run support after a scoreless 4th into the top of the 5th. Cats actually had back-to-back homers. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch to Blaze. Swinging a slow tapper up the 3rd base line. Cates, the pitcher, bare hands. The mound fires to first, not in time. A swinging bunt single for Miguel Blaze, and everybody moves up. Liendo to 3rd, Rose to 2nd. Portland has loaded the bases in the top of the 3rd for Jack Winnay, the first baseman. No Franklin Arias in the lineup. No Brooks Brannon in the lineup either, who was Eastern League Player of the Week after a series at Hadlock when the Cats visited in early May. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, up and away. It's a ball and no strikes. However, for Cates against Reading, it was really the 5th inning where the wheels just kind of came off. He didn't finish the inning. Eventually, it was Aaron Munson who came in relief, 1-0. Line foul back above our heads in the press box. It's a ball and a strike, and a grand slam inevitably just blew the game open. The Cats couldn't recover despite the back-to-back homers from Jorge Burgos and Hedbert Perez. It's a ball and a strike with the bases loaded. The Cats up 3-0. Here's the pitch. Downstairs in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Pair of base hits now for Portland in the ball game to go with a pair of walks. The Cats leading by 3, the infield back looking to turn 2. 2 balls and a strike on Winnay. Here it comes. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. Just not close to the zone in the opposite batter's box to the righty swinging first baseman. Cates has to be careful. 3-1 hitters count. The base is full. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Third base side, it's going to get out of play. Catcher Patrick Winkle gave it a look, took the mask off, but ultimately it bounces back behind the dugout. Full count, 3-2. And a big pitch early in this game. Top three of a 7-inning contest at Delta Dental Stadium. The second of a doubleheader on a Wednesday night. The second of 6 before the All-Star break between the Sea Dogs and the Cats. 3-2. Bases full. The payoff pitch. Popped up. It's in the infield, third base side. Dub Gleed in fair territory with the infield fly. Makes the catch either way. And it's a big first out for Austin Cates. So Jack Winne 0 for 2. And it brings up Nate Baez, the catcher. Getting to the heart of the order now for Portland. Baez hitting third. And a righty-righty matchup. Now a ground ball here could get Cates out of the inning. Tying run over at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one on the fastball. 93. Nate Baez went down looking on strikes to end the first inning. It was a 1-2-3 first for Cates with a pair of strikeouts. He has not punched out a batter since. The 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1 the count. If you're curious, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the New Hampshire lineup once we get to the bottom of the third. Cats fresh off a 3-run bottom of the second inning. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Over top the changeup for strike two. So Cates ahead now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. With Baez at the plate, Johan Fran Garcia on deck. Abram Liendo at third, Caden Rose at second, and Miguel Blaze at first. The 1-2. Swing and a tap foul, actually lined back above the net, right off the end of the bat, and the count stays the same at 1-2. The fan made a nice grab in the sweet level. Baez steps back in. A couple of half swings with the bat. Cates comes set, now comes home. And it's tapped foul. Down the third base line, count remains 1-2. So Nate Baez will see a 6th pitch in this plate appearance. Again, you got Garcia on deck with a base hit his last time up to the plate. 1-2. Cats with a 3-run lead in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. First base side, and it gets out of the ballpark. 3 in a row fouled off by Nate Baez. And there will be a 7th pitch in this plate appearance, making Austin Cates work on the mound. Here comes the 1-2. And a tapper to third. Glebe fields, fires to second base for 1. Cutter Coffey's.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Maybe we won't finish this inning. Slowly hit, it's caught on the bare hand. Otañez throws behind the runner for the double play. Whoa! I think he almost surprised himself.
Demetrio Crisantes, deep fly ball to left. It's up, it's gone. 4th home run with the Saudis. Bludges this ball to center. He puts a hole in the center field fence. 2 more extra base hits today. He's got a homer. He's got a double. Now he's got a triple. Crisantes flares it. Get down. Yes, that's a Fair baseball for the cycle! The second one in franchise history.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
Sea Dogs to Delta Dental Stadium for a 6-game series. July 7th is another Tender Tuesday with an original Tenders bobblehead giveaway presented by Delta Dental. Wednesday, July 8th, the first 500 fans to the ballpark will receive a soccer jersey presented by Coca-Cola. And Thursday, July 9th is Salvation Army Night. Get your tickets at nhfishercats.com and go Cats!
Hey Fisher Cats fans, it's Eli Fishman, voice of the Dunedin Blue Jays. You're listening to Fisher Cats Baseball.
We welcome you back to Delta Dental Stadium. It's the home half of the third. Cats with a 3-0 lead over their rivals, the Portland Sea Dogs, and it's Nick Goodwin to lead the inning off. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball bends in for a strike. Oh, Austin Cates gets in and out of trouble. He loads the bases on a pair of walks and a single, but he gets a pop out and then a 5-4-3 double play to escape. Max Carlson back to work the pitch. Line shot to the gap in right center field. That's down, and that is going to roll all the way to the wall. Nick Goodwin's around first, heading for second. He'll pull in with a stand-up double. 2 extra base hits for Goodwin. And a leadoff man in scoring position. It brings up the first baseman, Jorge Burgos. Burgos with a fly out in his last at-bat, and just this ball, if you're watching on the live stream at home, just perfectly placed in between Miguel Blaze and Nelly Taylor. Just had to let it hit off the bottom of the wall. Burgos batting from the left side. Here's the pitch. Outside with a changeup, a ball and no strikes. Well, Max Carlson is a reliever who, despite this only being his third professional start, his first with Portland, who can get you some innings. 1-0, here it comes. Breaking ball on the outer half of the plate, a called strike. It's 1-1. His season long is 4. He's gone through 2 so far, still shy of 40 pitches. It's a 7-inning game. The 1-1. Fastball at the knees, a called strike. 1-2. So another inning could be in store for Max Carlson if he can get there. They don't necessarily need him to go 4, though I'm sure they'd appreciate it. 1-2. Swinging a slow ground ball over to first. It is Jack Winay who waits on it, fields, and steps on the pillow at first for the out. There's one away. Goodwin advances to third. And it brings up the right fielder, Eddie Micheletti Jr. Eddie grounded out his only at bat in the ball game. And he went 0 for 3 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Infield creeps in. It's the first pitch from Carlson. Breaking ball, and it's tapped foul right off the bat of Eddie, who really didn't offer much of a swing, but just the momentum carried the bat slightly into the zone, and it got a piece of it. No balls and a strike. 3-0 New Hampshire, bottom of the third. And a runner at third base. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. On the changeup, it's 0-2. Eddie fooled by a pitch on the opposite batter's box. Behind Eddie, then it's Hedbert Perez. Got a lot of guys in this lineup now for the Cats with some pop. Eddie with a big week in Reading, too. Handful of extra base hits. The 0-2. Swinging at a tapper foul. And it's still a 0-2 count. Home run in the Friday contest. Ultimately ended up being a big win for the Cats, 12-4 on 18 hits. Had a triple in the series as well. Handful of doubles. Let's do the 0-2 again. Popped in the air. Center field. Miguel Blaze settling under it. Medium deep. Makes the catch. Goodwin tags at third. Here's the throw to the plate from Blaze. It's offline. Hit the mound. And Goodwin slides in safely. Sacrifice fly in an RBI for Eddie Micheletti Jr., and it's 4-0 New Hampshire in the bottom of the third. It's a good piece of hitting by Eddie with 2 strikes to elevate it deep enough. Blaze does have an arm, but this throw was heading up the line, and then it took in a bit of a detour as well once it bounced off the mound. So the base is empty, a run in, 2 away. 4-0 New Hampshire, and it brings up Hedbert Perez, the designated hitter. Another lefty at the plate. Here's his first pitch. Outer half of the plate, a little off speed, but misses, a ball and no strikes. Perez doubled, and he came around to score on an RBI double from Dub Gleed, who's on deck. 1-0, here it comes. Swing and a miss over top the breaking ball. It's evened up at 1 apiece. Hedbert now on base at 424 since his arrival with New Hampshire in the back half of the double road trip to end the first half of the season. 1-1. Swing and a miss over top the off speed. It's 1-2. Reached base 4 times against the Arphils in the Tuesday contest. Followed it up with a couple of doubles on Wednesday. Homered on Thursday and on Sunday as well. It's behind 1-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. And Perez stays alive. 14 hits for Perez since joining the Fisher Cats. And a little bit of time with the Double-A affiliate of the Brewers in his past, the Biloxi Shuckers. So not his first taste, the 1-2. Change up inside for a ball. It was right on the corner of the plate, could have gone either way. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody on, a run in the home half of the third. Carlson, big deep breath, he kicks and fires. Swing and a miss over top the breaking ball for strike 3. But a run does score on a sacrifice fly from Eddie Micheletti Jr. A hit.
The beauty of this jersey is the field, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Is this one to left center field, giving chase are Jones and Franco. Jones still running, leaping, and he made the catch, banging up against the wall. What a play.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
To the corner, and it's gone! Visit nhfishercats.com or call the box office at 603-641-2005 to get your tickets today. And go Cats!
Hey Fisher Cats fans, it's Pat Malacaro from the Buffalo Bisons, and you're listening to Fisher Cats Baseball on the Fisher Cats Radio Network.
4-0 Cats in the top of the fourth. Austin Cates, his first pitch. Line to the gap in right center. It's sinking, and it's down for a base hit. Johan Fran Garcia, the man who put it into play, he's 2 for 2 now with a pair of base knocks. Leadoff man on for Portland. It brings up Marvin Alcantara, the shortstop. Boy, Austin Cates really wastes no time on the mound there. Third base hit of the ball game for the Sea Dogs. It's Marvin Alcantara. 4-0 New Hampshire. 3 in the bottom of the second, 1 in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Swing and a miss over top the breaking ball. 0-1. Austin Cates. This will be his 59th pitch of the night so far. 7-inning contest. Game 2 of a doubleheader. The 0-1. Bounces in the dirt. A good block by Patrick Winkle, his battery mate. And no advancement from Garcia at first base. Behind Alcantara, that it's Nelly Taylor, the right fielder. This is 4, 5, and 6 in the Portland lineup. Sea Dogs loaded the bases in the top of the third with nobody out. Couldn't get anybody in. 1-1. Cates kicks and fires. Broken bat grounder to third. It's out of the reach of Dubgley. Backhanded by the shortstop Nick Goodwin, but he'll have no play. Infield single for Marvin Alcantara. Garcia to second. The first two have reached on base hits. And with nobody out, it brings up the right fielder, Nelly Taylor. Just a perfectly placed ball and a slight hesitation as well from third baseman Dubgley, where he couldn't snare it. It's the Cats' turn 2 to actually end the third 5-4-3. They were hoping to do the same there. So Cates in some trouble again. 4 hits now for the Sea Dogs. Here's the pitch home. Breaking ball, and it's golfed down the right field line. Eddie Micheletti Jr. in fair territory makes the catch. Garcia runs back to second base. And Cates gets the first out of the inning on one pitch as Taylor is retired for the second time tonight. Rodeli Martinez, the left fielder, takes a walk up to the plate.
Left fielder, number 17, Rodeli.
Second of 6 games this week. Every one of them on WKXL, and then the All-Star break. 4 days off for the Cats before a 3-game road trip against Harrisburg. Here's the pitch to Martinez, and it's outside. 1-0. Garcia at second, Alcantara at first. 4-0 New Hampshire. Cates stares in, now glove set at the belt. Checks second, and comes home. Slow tapper to second base. Cutter Coffee backhands. Does not put the tag on the runner, instead throws to first, but Alcantara out of the baseline. It's a double play, and that is how the inning ends. Second straight inning where the Cats turn 2 to escape the frame. Here's another look on it. Coffee charging towards Alcantara, who jumps out of the way, and Austin Cates once again escapes. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 4-0 New Hampshire over Portland on the WKXL Game of the Week. It's your home of Fisher Cats baseball.
End your summer nights with a bang at Delta Dental Stadium. Every Friday in April and May ends with post-game Atlas fireworks. And
fires, and it's hit up in the air on an elevator, right at the plate. The catcher O'Dowd doesn't see it, getting some help. Third baseman Fitzgerald makes a great catch! Just coming in, sliding.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Fenway. Off the bat of Chang, center fielder back, and he will have a sliding triple. 2-2 pitch. Going back, it's over his head. Chen with his second extra base knock, the 3-2. In front of the berm, and it carries out of here. And he bunts. Holderman turns, throws, base hit, and Chang will be a third, and he's done it on a bunt and a cycle for that guy.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
Home half of the fourth inning, 4-0 New Hampshire in game 2 of a doubleheader against the Portland Sea Dogs. Dubgley will lead it off against a new arm for Portland. It's the right-hander Cooper Adams from Potomac, Maryland. Here's the first one. Breaking ball outside, 1-0 the count. So the final line for Max Carlson. 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. No walks and 4 strikeouts. He's in line for the loss. The 1-0. Fastball, called strike on the outer half of the plate. Dub Gleed, then Cutter Coffee, and Carter Cunningham. It's 6, 7, and 8 in the Cats lineup. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Outside with a breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. Dub Gleed brought in the game's first run on an RBI double in the bottom of the second. Came around to score on a home run from Carter Cunningham. And the 2-1. Outside with a fastball, 3 balls and a strike. Not close to the zone. It is the 23rd appearance for Cooper Adams. He's 7-4, an ERA at 5.64 in 44 2/3 innings. Second season with the Sea Dogs. 3-1. Gleed takes the fastball low for ball 4. Leadoff walk issued by Adams. Gleed is on for the second time, and it brings up the second baseman, Cutter Coffee. Coffee went down looking in his last at-bat. Wasn't a bad pitch either. Could have been called either way, but the Cats will take it. Another righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. Back to the fastball, and it misses again. It's a ball and no strikes. Again, Adams, 44 2/3 innings, 42 hits, 30 runs, 28 of them earned, 59 strikeouts to 23 walks, 8 home runs allowed. 1-0. Breaking ball, little half swing by Coffee, and it's our home plate umpire, Theo Arndt, who makes the call. It's 1-1. A whip of 146. Opponents hitting 253 off the right-hander. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, and it's tapped foul. Fastball, cutter, sweeper, curveball, changeup. 5-pitch mix for the righty Adams. Team leader in wins as well in 7. With 7, and it's his team-leading 23rd appearance of the year as well. It's been a bit since he last threw. 1-2. Grounder down the third baseline, foul. And the count remains the same, 1-2. The last outing for Adams is back on July 1st against the Altoona Curve up in Portland, Maine. It was 2 scoreless innings, 41 pitches. He did give up 3 hits and a walk, but struck out 3. Again, ultimately didn't allow a run. 1-2. Tag to the gap in right center field. Long run for Nelly Taylor. Looks up and it hits off the wall. Gleeds around second base, motoring for third. He'll get the stop sign there. The throw into second. Not in time. Coffee in safely with a head first dive. Second and third. Nobody out for the Cats in the bottom of the 4th. And a nice bounce back plate appearance for Cutter Coffee. And it'll bring up Carter Cunningham, the left fielder. Carter blasted his first home run at Delta Dental Stadium, his 3rd of the year, and his first homer since the Cats were on the road June 9th through the 14th at Hartford. Infield creeps in, 4-0 Cats. Here's the pitch. Upstairs to Cunningham, 1-0. Cunningham, the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Nobody out in the inning after the first 2 reached. Lead at third, Coffee at second. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Up and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Patrick Winkle, the Fisher Cats catcher, is the man on deck. Let's see what Cunningham wants to do here. 2-0. Cats do have a 4-0 lead. Hitters count. Cooper Adams has to be careful. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball. For strike 1, 97 miles an hour. Two balls and a strike. 6 hits for New Hampshire now. After the Coffee double. 2-1. Popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Abram Liendo right in front of the wall. Slips, loses it, and it drops. I got to make sure that Abram Liendo as well is okay, but he got up quickly It was near the top step of the third base dugout where the Sea Dogs reside. You can see, yep, he slipped, lost the hat as well. It was his right foot that caused the fall. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as Carter Cunningham catches a bit of a break. Adams was signed by the Boston Red Sox back in February of 2024. He was an undrafted free agent. And his curveball is named the death ball as well. See if he rolls with it 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Goes to the fastball instead, and Cunningham strikes out for the first out. Another one, 97 miles an hour. That brings up the catcher, Patrick Winkle, second and third, one away. 4-0 New Hampshire. Infield stays in, trying to cut down the run at the plate. The pitch. Tapped foul. There was that breaking ball. Inning so far has gone walk, double, and a strikeout. Dub Gleeds over at third. He's reached base twice. Coffey with an extra base hit off the right center field wall. The 0-1. Bang to center field. Blaze first started back. Now coming in. It falls for a base hit. Gleed hustling from third. He'll score. The throw goes to third, and Coffey's there safely. RBI single for Patrick Winkle. 5-0 New Hampshire. They've scored in 3 straight innings. And it's the second consecutive start as well for Winkle, where he has an RBI knock. And now it's Nate Baez, the Portland catcher, out to talk to Cooper Adams, who is in some trouble. And the Cats again added a run. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And we're back to the top of the order as well with Victor Arias. So it doesn't get any easier as the Cats look to blow this one open. They already lead 5-0, so they're in a great spot. Bottom 4 of a 7-inning contest, but Arias with a big swing could put this one out of reach. Miguel Blaze as well did a good job in center field of making it seem like he was tracking this all the way to make a catch. Both runners had to hold up. Here's the pitch to Arias. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, 0-1. So now Coffey at third, Winkle at first. Arias, the 5th man to come up to the plate in the inning. His 3rd plate appearance of the ball game. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a tapper to first in fair territory. It's Winne who fields, steps on the bag for 1, throws to second base, and the tag by Alcantara in time for the double play. But the Cats get another run on an RBI single from Patrick Winkle.
On the mound for another inning of work. First pitch, shows bunt, puts it back to Ianson, tumbles forward, makes the catch, hops up, throws to second, double play! Anthony Ianson doing it all. What a heads-up play by the pitcher. Falls forward, fires it to Marvin Alcantara, and the Sea Dogs double up the curve in the top of the 10th.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte, in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Want to join in the fun? Get your tickets at nhfishercats.com or call the box office at 603-641-2005.
Go Cats!
Time to get back to the game on the Fisher Cats Radio Network.
Cats continue to give starting pitcher Austin Cates run support. They lead 5-0 as we've reached the top of the 5th inning. Cates back to work. His first pitch of the inning is inside to Abram Liendo, who's taking all the way. It's 1-0. In fact, started to back up out of the batter's box. 8-9-1 in the Portland lineup. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. It's the part of the lineup that led off the third when Portland loaded the bases with nobody out. The Sea Dogs have bounced into a double play in consecutive innings. 1-1. Breaking ball at the knees, a called strike. And it's 1-2. 7 hits for the Cats tonight. And time called by Liendo. Two-tone color bat going with the beige handle. 1-2. Tapped foul. And that maroonish red, or rather the maroonish red handle and the beige barrel. Liendo tonight, a walk. He was left stranded at third. He also stole a base. 1-2. Cates winds and deals. Tapped down the third baseline foul. It bounces over top of the net near our third base camera well. Everything working for the Cats in Game 2 after they fell 3-2 in Game 1. 1-2. Fastball missing up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So we do have some clarification that the run does count on that play that ended the bottom of the 5th.
The 2-2. A ground ball back up the middle. It's a base hit into center field. Liendo is on for the second time. Takes a bit of a wide turnaround first, but puts on the brakes. So 6-0 New Hampshire, top of the 5th.
Theo Arndt at the end of the inning was emphatically pointing to the plate that the run did count. And so...
helps the Cats.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Get
it's a 2-run fourth.
There you go. So a runner on to lead off the top of the 5th. And it's the number 9 hitter, Caden Rose. Here it comes. Fastball up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Either way, it is 3 consecutive innings. The New Hampshire offense has scored at least a run. 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball outside. So Austin Cates, it has been an interesting last handful of innings for him because he has put on his fair share of base runners in this game. After the breaking ball missed, Cates kicks and fires. Line foul back into the net. Headed back our way, but net stops it, rolls back towards home plate.
Yeah, it's not been the starts where we've seen Cates go out and cruise through lineups. He's allowed base runners. He's certainly gotten some help with a couple of double plays to get him out of jams and hang zeros up on the line score.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss, and we're evened up at 2 apiece.
Just needs to survive essentially the 5th, and he could fall in line potentially for a win. Enters today at just 1-3, so that would be solid to see. It'd be his first winning decision since May 28th in Somerset.
It's 2-2 on Rose. Here it comes. Popped up, back behind us, and the count stays the same. I think there's a lot of outings for Austin Cates as well where you look at the line and you go, okay, just didn't have his best stuff, but a lot of times for the righty, it's just not the case. And I think about his first start in Portland. I mean, 3 innings of 1-run ball really looked solid. The 2-2. That's fouled off. He did give up a couple of runs in the 4th inning, but ultimately limited the damage in what turned out to be a wild 15-13 extra innings win for New Hampshire.
That was crazy. That was the second time of what's now been 3 times this year for the Cats where they begin a frame in extras with a position player pitching in a tie game.
2-2, we'll do it again. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and the ball gets away, and the runner advances to second base as Liendo moves up 90 feet. It was an appeal down to first. And it was Brooks Pritchett, the umpire, who called the strikeout. We're back to the top of the order for Miguel Blaze. Leando can move as well at the stolen base earlier. Portland has a long way to go to get back in the ballgame. 6-0 Cats. Cates looks at second. Top of the order, the pitch. Fastball and it's low. A ball and no strikes. I mean, you get a 7-inning contest that goes 10. I mean, it's a long one. And New Hampshire ended up winning 4 of 5 that week at Delta Dental Park at Hadlock Field.
Government name.
There you go. 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's a ball and a strike.
Caleb Freeman getting warm for the Cats.
We could have a Tom Raffio appearance at some point in time this week.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Delta Dental clash.
End up at 1-1. Cates. Long pause, comes home, and now it is a pitch clock violation on Cates. And an unusual amount of time for Cates, who usually speeds through that brief period when you get the ball back between your next pitch. So the pitch missed for a ball either way, so it's 2 balls and a strike, but it's waved off. Here's the pitch home now. Swinging a foul tip, held on to for strike 2. Austin Cates now over 80 pitches with 1 out in the top of the 5th. 2-2. Fouled off. Lined right over top of the net and out of the ballpark.
Should be some fun pitching matchups the rest of the way. Danny Thompson Jr. tomorrow night, 1.96 ERA for the righty early on in his time in AA. Gage Zeal will oppose him, 4-2, a sub-4 ERA to get the weekend started.
2-2, here it comes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Austin Cates. There's 2 away in the top of the 5th. And it brings up Jack Winney, the first baseman.
Cates didn't have a strikeout since he K'd 2 in the first inning, and now back-to-back Ks to get him to 3 and 4. So heating up at the right time.
It's the second time he gets Blaze as well. He struck out Blaze to open up the ball game. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. At the knees, a called strike, 0-1.
It's a tough matchup in Jack Winney. 6'3" early on in his time in AA. He's 23 years old from Ann Arbor, Michigan. The
0-1.
That get you with that one?
Yeah, he did. Here it comes, and it's lined to center field. Arias coming in. It falls for a base hit. Leando gets waved around third. Arias' throw to the plate, not in time. The ball gets away from Patrick Winkle, and Winney advances to second base. It's a 6-1 ball game. Cats still with the lead in the top of the 5th, but Portland will not be shut out.
I think that could do it for Cates unless they want him to try and go for one more. It's tough to lose the shutout with 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
It is a strong outing for Cates.
Well, it's tough, too, because the strikeout to Rose on a pitch that bounced in the dirt allowed Leando to take second. If you remove that, it's at the worst first and third with 2 outs.
You don't have to. Now you got the heart of the order as well. Here's Nate Baez, the pitch, and it's upstairs.
Got to think this is the end of the line. That was pitch number 85.
And you got Caleb Freeman in the bullpen right now for the Cats, who's been excellent in his last 12 outings. The 1-0. A liner down the left field line in fair territory. It's a base hit. We'll bring in Winney as he scores from second base. Baez to second. RBI double. And it's a 6-2 ball game as Portland is chipping away.
Just hit the end of the line, unfortunately. And that'll do her.
And here comes John Tamargo Jr. out of the first base dugout. Austin Cates, though, a very solid start against the Portland Sea Dogs. Cats are going to go to the bullpen with a runner at second. 2 away, top of the 5th inning. 4-run lead for New Hampshire. We'll be right back. It's the WKXL Game of the Week, and it's your home of Fisher Cats Baseball.
Love watching the future of baseball? With the Bally Sports Live app, you can stream every minor league baseball game and follow baseball's top prospects anytime, anywhere. Experience minor league baseball like never before. Dive in with real-time enhanced stats, track your favorite players, and play bingo along with every pitch. And the best part? It's completely free. Download the Bally Sports Live app on your phone or connected device to start watching now.
Calling all aspiring big leaguers to the ballpark for Fisher Cats baseball and softball camps presented by Elliott Health System. Learn from the pros at any one of our camps throughout June, July, and August. Each camper will receive a camp t-shirt and a complimentary ticket to Friday's home game with additional tickets available at a discounted rate. The cost is $150 per camper and spots are limited, so head over to nhfishercats.com for more information. We hope to see you then, and go Cats!
Summer means baseball, longer days, and more time to enjoy your land. At MB Tractor and Equipment, with 9 locally owned dealerships across New England, there's a Kubota built for every job. From landowners to landscape and construction professionals, Kubota helps you get more done with compact tractors, commercial zero-turn mowers, and rugged construction equipment. MB Tractor and Equipment and Kubota. Discover a deeper connection with the land you love.
Time for a pitching change. Let's get back to the game on the Fisher Cats Radio Network.
Pitching change. Cats go to the bullpen in the top of the 5th. It is 6-2 New Hampshire over Portland. 2 down, runner at second base. And the new arm for the Cats is the right-hander Caleb Freeman. He will face Yoanfran Garcia, the designated hitter for Portland. 2 runs already in the inning. Sea Dogs looking to do more damage. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. 19th appearance out of the bullpen. Freeman is 3-0. In ERA, it's sub 3.5. 3.38. 21 1/3 innings with 27 strikeouts. The 0-1. Breaking ball, low and away. A ball and no strikes. Freeman's month of June was phenomenal. He went 2-0 out of the bullpen with 3 saves, punched out 15 batters in 11 1/3 innings across 7 games. ERA at 2.38. 1-1. Swing and a miss over top the breaking ball. 1-2. Completely fooled Garcia. So Freeman a strike away from getting through the 5th and limiting the damage for Austin Cates, who went 4 2/3. Gave up 7 hits, a couple of walks, 4 strikeouts, and he is responsible for that runner at second. 1-2. Freeman's ready. Here's his offering. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Portland scores a pair of runs.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Marte with 4 hits in 5 at-bats. 0-1. Line foul right back into the net. 0-2 from Lee. Is swing and a miss, strike 3. And comes home with a strike. Lee fires again, and Tolia waves and misses. 0-2. Lee spins one over for strike 1. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Baez goes down on strikes. Impressive stuff there from Zach Lee.
nail clippings throughout the night. Check our full promo schedule and get your tickets online at nhfishercats.com or call the box office at 603-641-2005. And go Cats!
Time to get back to the game on the Fisher Cats Radio Network.
6-2 New Hampshire, bottom of the fifth inning against the Portland Sea Dogs. It's Nick Goodwin leading off the frame. Cooper Adams back to work. Here's the pitch. Low and away, a ball and no strikes. The breaking ball not close to the zone. Portland will not be shut out. They scored 2 in the top of the fifth. It's a 7-inning contest. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Cats have been in control, though, for a while. 1-0. Fouled off. Evens it up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Nick Goodwin, number 2 hitter in the lineup. A pair of doubles today for the Fisher Cats shortstop. He was left stranded at second in the first, came around to score in the third. The 1-1. Gets jammed, and it's a one-hopper to second base. Caden Rose can't pick the baseball, and it's out to right center field. And Nick Goodwin is on for the third time tonight. It's a leadoff base runner, and it brings up the first baseman, Jorge Burgos. Little in on the hands, but Goodwin still able to hit it hard enough to second base. Jorge Burgos, first baseman, batting from the left side. Ruled a base hit. Goodwin is 3 for 3. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and away, 1-0. So just another strong week for Nick Goodwin. There's a good argument for Goodwin to take home Eastern League Player of the Week for his series in Reading. He dances off first, the pitch, and the breaking ball is fouled off. Against the Arphils, Goodwin went 11 for 25. That's a batting average over 400. Hit a couple of home runs, tagged 4 doubles, drove in 8 runs, scored 7 runs, and also walked 6 times. 1-1 to Burgos. Fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. Ultimately, though, Goodwin, after a strong Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, went 1 for 4 on Saturday and Sunday. And that just may have hurt his chances a little bit, but still a heck of a series for Goodwin. 2 strikes on Burgos. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Outer half of the plate. Burgos goes down looking, an 0 for 3 night. 1 away, runner at first. Cats lead by 4, and it brings up Eddie Micheletti Jr., the right fielder. Well, Eddie was the man who was responsible for bringing in Goodwin in the third on a sacrifice fly to center field. He's 0 for 1. First run batted into the series for him. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, bends in for a strike. 0-1. Nice week for Eddie as well in Reading. After an 0 for 12 series at home against the Somerset Patriots, Eddie goes 8 for 20 with 4 extra base hits and 3 walks. 0-1. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2.
And certainly hoping that he can become the big power spot and just a contact guy in this lineup. He's played in the most games for the Fisher Cats and certainly can do it with the contact he brings from the left side.
He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. Taps the breaking ball foul. I mean, he lost a lot of protection in the lineup around him. Sean Keys, Jay Harry, Jace Borfin. Ultimately, though, the Cats were able to bounce back nicely. And you've got a lineup that's really hitting the ball well. Burgos got red hot. Cunningham and Gleed arrived. So did Perez. The 0-2. Fastball upstairs, a ball and 2 strikes. Victor Arias is in cruise control right now for him. It's been a great couple of weeks. You're starting to see Eddie hit the ball better, too. One and 2 on the Cats' right fielder. Runner goes, the pitch. is tagged to left field. Martinez coming in. It stays up. He makes the catch. Goodwin didn't realize it. Hustling back to first. Throw goes to Alcantara, who now fires to first in time for the double play. 7-6-3. And the hit and run doesn't pay off for the Fisher Cats. Inning is over. A hit. Nobody left on base.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of, to punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
More than 30% of players are Latino. And as you think about that, you have to fit it into the culture of baseball.
One thing that I've always really enjoyed about the Copa program is the players love it. We've had everything from live bands to salsa dancing in the concourse before the game. For us, that meant bringing in a car show.
It really goes with the fun of baseball.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
It's going to Make-A-Wish, New Hampshire. View the full promo schedule and get your tickets today at nhfishercats.com. And go Cats!
Time to get back to the game on the Fisher Cats Radio Network.
Caleb Freeman back to work for the top of the sixth inning. It is 6-2 New Hampshire. 7-inning contest, game 2 of a doubleheader. And back on the call is Mr. Chris Jarrett.
All right, Adam. Freeman came in to button up the rest of the fifth. And back on the bump, the first pitch is laced in the air. Shot out to right. Micheletti Jr. back on the track, makes the catch. And a first pitch fly out from Marvin Alcantara out to right. It's 2 batters up and 2 batters retired for the righty reliever, Caleb Freeman. Cats drop game 1 and looking to pick up a win in game 2 to salvage a Wednesday doubleheader at the Tooth at Club Ned. 6-2 advantage in the top of the 6th. Cats got busy early, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. From Clearwater, Florida, here's Nellie Taylor. First pitch coming home. And it's ran right in there for a strike, 0-1. Freeman, an Abilene, Texas guy. A one-time big leaguer, now with the Fisher Cats, bolstering this bullpen. Fastball, slider, curveball. Taylor trailing the count 0-1. And it bounces downstairs. Ball and a strike. Was able to come in and face the designated hitter, Johanfran Garcia, who had a solo homer in the first inning. The brother of a former Red Sox prospect, now in the Pirate system, Joe Stinkson Garcia. Ball and a strike to Taylor, the pitch home. Thought about, check swing, and all clear on a breaking pitch that missed down, and it's 2-1. Taylor a fly out to center in the second and a sky out to right in the fourth. He's 0 for 2 in game 2. Did not see him in game 1. Freeman a nod before coming set up by his chest. Kicks the 2-1 off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. Freeman was drafted by the White Sox in 2019, a 15th rounder, and was an Arizona Fall League Rising Star in 2021. 3 balls, 1 strike to Taylor. Inside, he lost him, ball 4. First base runner allowed for Caleb Freeman. First time aboard tonight for Nellie Taylor. And it's a 1-out walk in the top of the 6th for Rodelli Martinez. See what the Cats have in store down the later stages of game 2. Portland was being shut out until a 2-run top of the 5th inning thanks to 2-out base hits, driving in runs Jack Wanet and Nate Baez. RBI base hit, RBI double for the 2. Righty lefty to Martinez. The pitch home. Late swing and a miss. Freeman tosses the slider at 91 downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Righty-lefty. Freeman's 0-1. Just missed the bottom of the zone. That looked good. Fastball that missed its mark to even the count at a ball and a strike. Freeman was in the Mexican League prior to the time that he signed with Toronto. Broke camp with the Fisher Cats. He's been here since. Ball and a strike to Martinez. Tapped foul out of the glove of Winkle. And now Freeman ahead in the count at 1-2. A lot of time for Caleb Freeman in the White Sox system. We mentioned after he was signed in 2019. Pitched in 5 Major League games with the White Sox last year. Struck out 3 batters, only 1 walk and 3 1/3. Saw the Pioneer League in 2019 in Great Falls. Ball and 2 strikes, the pitch home. Chopped foul. Do it again. That was the final year of affiliated baseball in the Pioneer League. Great Falls Voyagers. One of 3 teams at the time in Montana. There was the Missoula Osprey and the Billings Mustangs along with Great Falls. Previously the Helena Brewers. Ball and 2 strikes. The pitch home. Just missed the zone. Just beneath the knees. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Martinez. Runner at first is Nelly Taylor with the 1-out walk. 1 gone in the top of the 6th. The 2-2. Poked foul. Do it again. It was a strikeout to Garcia to end the 5th. And then Alcantara first pitch, fly out to right. Taylor kept the bat on his shoulder relatively most of the at-bat to work the 5-pitch walk. Still 2-2. Freeman kicks and throws home. Upstairs, and the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Couple finals around the Eastern League and 2 other games in action right now on top of ours. Somerset earlier today took care of Reading 6-5. Erie falls to Harrisburg tonight 5-2 at home, and Altoona over Richmond 8-5. 3-2. Tapped into the glove of Winkle, strike 3. He got him. Second strikeout for Caleb Freeman in relief. And there's 2 gone in the 6th. Ran it by him up top. Bottom 5 at Duncan Park, and the Yard Goats well in front of Binghamton, 8-1. Goats with 6 in the bottom of the 2nd. Righty-righty matchup to Abram Liendo with 2 gone in the 6th inning. Freeman throws home, and he catches the lower outer half with the slider. It's 0-1. Liendo a walk in the 3rd and then a base hit to start the 2-run 5th. He has not been sat down tonight. He had to work for it in the 5th inning. Leadoff single. Freeman's 0-1. Just missed. Caleb Freeman working the borders. Just missed beneath the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. 28 years old. It's Sam Gardner that's got him beat at 29. 1-1 off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Bo Phillip at 27. All 3 of those guys have joined the Blue Jays system this year, as Freeman was brought on prior to the start of the season, while Gardner and Phillip were acquisitions midseason. Help bolster this bullpen. Freeman's 2-1. That's off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. Liendo's got a watchful eye, and he's put himself in a good spot here. It's a 6-2 New Hampshire advantage in the top of the 6th, but a Portland lineup that can turn it on, especially with the top of the order looming. 3-1. Smoked in the air out to left center, but playable it looks like as Cunningham jogs over to the alley, stops, makes the catch, and a harmless 1-out walk to Taylor is left stranded. Second strikeout for Caleb Freeman. We're done in the top of the sixth, headed to the home half with the Cats leading 6-2 in Game 2 on our WKXL Game of the Week.
Love watching the future of baseball? With the Bally Sports Live app, you can stream every minor league baseball game and follow baseball's top prospects anytime, anywhere. Experience minor league baseball.
Here's the pitch. Wilkin hammers one. Deep left field. Hicklin back. That's a grand slam. Wilkin clears the bases. Now Black drives one. Deep right field. Azokar back at the wall. It's gone. The Sounds have hit their second grand slam in the game. Wilkin in the sixth inning. Black in the eighth. What a wild night.
Two away and one on for him. He's first pitch swinging. This one going towards center. Sanchez tracking at the wall. It'll bounce off the wall. It'll kick away from Sanchez. That'll score one run. No one still got it. They're trying to wave him home, and the throw is not in time. Here in downtown Greensboro, as this one's hit a ton into center field. Sanchez going back, looking at the wall, and it's gone. Williams had not hit a home run all season.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
Portland is Jeremy Wu Yellen. Seattle, Washington, a fourth rounder in 2020. Here's Hedbert Perez. Lefty-lefty matchup for the Cats in the bottom of the sixth. A pitch home. It misses off the plate for a ball, make it 1-0. 5, 6, 7 pass of the Cats lineup as they scored in bunches in the second, third, and fourth for all 6 runs. The 1-0. Rip and a miss. Ball on a strike to Perez. Jeremy Wu Yelland. An interesting release. It's his 5th game up in AA Portland. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Kind of a snapping release on what looks like, at least from up here, a shorter stride to the plate. 18 games last year for Wu Yelland with Portland. A 2-0 record. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a pitch that was well off the plate. And it's the first strikeout on the first batter face for the new right-hander. One gone. Here comes Dub Gleed. 2 innings for Cooper Adams out of the pen in a bullpen game in Game 2 for Portland. 2 runs on 3 hits for the right-hander Adams with a walk and 2 strikeouts racked up. Through 31 pitches, 21 of them are strikes. First pitch to Gleed is grounded fair. Third base side, Liendo on a 1-hop to first. Inwine down to a knee for the second out. 5 pitches, 2 quick outs for the Cats in the bottom of the 6th. And here's Cutter Coffey. Dub with an RBI double back in the second to help start the 3-run frame. And the highlight of the night for the Cats has been Carter Cunningham's 2-run homer back in the second inning. So the Cats scored 3 runs on 3 hits, all for extra bases. The one-time Red Sox farmhand, Cutter Coffey. Lefty-righty to him. The first pitch bunches him backwards for ball 1. It was the Danny Jansen trade back in 2024 at the deadline, along with Gilberto Bautista and Edinson Paulino, who was with Portland at the time. Meanwhile, Cutter was still in the lower ranks of Boston's system. The 1-0. That misses off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. But in our trip to Portland, and I would imagine in this one here at home, knows a lot of these guys. AA Sea Dogs in town. 2-0. Just catches the outer half for a called strike 1. Cutter roped a double back in the 4th inning, and that put Gleed at third, Cutter at second. And that was the interesting 3-4 double play that ended the inning, but the run scored. Coffey's 2-1 pitch is fouled away, and that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was a Victor Arias ground ball on the third base side that Winne fielded and threw down to Rose at second, who slapped the tag on Patrick Winkle. But it was not your conventional double play, and meanwhile you had Coffey who scored from third. Wu Yellen's 2-2. tapped into the glove, swinging for strike 3. That'll do it as the Cats go in order.
Different recipes, different stories, same sauce. You can't have a barbecue without the barbecue. Sweet Baby Ray's. Think sauce first.
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
The 0-2. He popped foul left side. Wallace again gives chase at this foul ball. He might have room by the dugout. He leaps right in front of the dugout and makes the catch right in front of the dugout.
Game and get your tickets at nhfishercats.com or call our box office at 603-641-2005. Come let the dogs out and cheer on the Cats.
Time to get back to the game on the Fisher Cats Radio Network.
Is that Bluey on at the up in the club level? Watching some Bluey in the suites. We got a new pitcher on the mound for the Cats as we start the 7th. And it's the southpaw Javen Coleman. Chris Jarrett, Adam Glover with us in a 6-2 New Hampshire lead as we start what the Cats hope for, the final side in Game 2. 3 in the third was the big frame tonight. 1 in the third and 2 more in the fourth for good measure for the Cats. Portland with 2 in the top of the 5th to break up the the shutout bid. But here's Caden Rose. And we're off and running in the top of the 7th. Cats out hitting Portland 8-7, but a 6-2 advantage. Coleman's first pitch is tapped foul, and it's 0-1. Rose, top of the order, Miguel Blaise and Jack Winney. As Portland finds themselves down to their final 3 outs. Javen Coleman in his first summer in Double-A, and it's gone well for him. Lefty-righty, the 0-1 just missing off the plate, and it's even an even count of a ball and a strike. Our WKXL game of the week. Every game this week against the Portland Sea Dogs. Every matchup all summer against Portland can be heard on WKXL. Coleman to Rose, an even count of a ball and a strike. From the stretch, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Coleman was able to dogpile in Omaha with the LSU Tigers when they won it all. 2023, he missed the majority of that season, though, rehabbing back from Tommy John. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. First batter faced, and a strikeout for Javen Coleman out of the Cats' pen, and there's 1 gone in the 7th. Top of the order for the center fielder, Miguel Blaise. Javen missed time from the end of April on the 26th until June 9th. A little injury sent him on rehab, and then now back with the Cats. The first pitch, and it's in for strike 1. Javen Coleman enters tonight not in a save situation, but his last 4 appearances, he's tallied a save. No balls and a strike. Smoked in the air out to center. Arias still running back to the wall, curls at the track, stops and makes the catch. 2 gone. Down to their final out. It's the Sea Dogs' first baseman, Jack Winney. The yard just held it. For Coleman, it's a string of 5 consecutive outings without allowing an earned run. Lefty-righty in the pitch home. Just missing down and inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Freeman throws fastball, slider, splitter. Homeschooled out of Richmond, Texas. Kicks in the 1-0. Shot on the ground, left side, past the diving Gleed and into left field. A 2-out base hit for Jack Guinea, and it's his second hit in Game 2. Third hit of the night going back to Game 1, and Guinea giving Portland some life. Here's the catcher, Nate Baez. Just past Gleed's glove. Javen said growing up homeschooled, you just had to kind of wait for your friends to get out of school to be able to go hang out with them, but said as long as you got your work done, he was able to kind of tool around, do whatever he wanted. First pitch to Baez. Misses a little bit low for a ball, and it's 1-0. Caught the attention of LSU when he went to pitch in a showcase in Georgia, and said it went very well. Guy there came up and offered him if he wanted to come on and visit, check things out. The 1-0 is in for strike one. So got to play with a lot of the big names that you heard out of LSU in those early 2020 years. Of course, Paul Skeens, Dylan Cruz, and the lot. Baez 1-1. Just a little bit low. Now 2 balls and a strike. The Sea Dogs backstop Nate Baez with an RBI double in the 5th inning to help make it a 2-run frame. Not an RBI spot for him now. Top of the 7th and a 2-1 count with 2 away. Coleman's pitch. Tapped into the glove, strike 2. And the Sea Dogs down to their final strike. Baez will step out and ask for time before climbing back in. And an even count of 2-2 with a runner at first and 2 gone. Coleman shoves. Swung on and missed. He got him for strike 3. Javen Coleman comes in and slams the door with 2 strikeouts and a harmless 2-out base hit. Fisher Cats win Game 2 with a 6-2 final score, and they split the Wednesday night doubleheader with the Sea Dogs. Dropping Game 1, they win Game 2 with a 6-2 final. The win for the Cats goes to the right-hander Caleb Freeman, and the loss tag to the right-handed reliever in an opener spot in a bullpen game for Portland in Max Carlson. We're back to a 6:03 start time tomorrow night, and it's going to be good pitching between these two, and we get that tomorrow. Cats with the right-hander Danny Thompson Jr., top 10 draft pick and a kid out of Pollocksville, North Carolina, is the Blue Jays' 25th ranked prospect. Right-hander Gage Zeal goes for Portland. He is the Red Sox 20th ranked prospect in the farm system. But the Cats with the victory, high fives in Game 2 with a 6-2 win. We've got our Adam Glover down there somewhere hoping to, I would think, talk with Nick Goodwin after the 3-for-3 performance in Game 2 with a pair of doubles and a base hit in the 5th inning. Carter Cunningham also a solid candidate with a 2-run homer, his first home run at Delta Dent.